The cheerleaders can be half naked in their school uniforms, but I can't? Guess I'm wearing mine then. Way back in 2013, I was a sophomore in high school. There was a tradition at my school that on Fridays, the cheerleaders, football players, band members, and the other performing groups would wear their uniforms to class. This wasn't a written tradition, but most groups participated regardless. The only uniforms that even broke the dress code were those of the gymnasts. Nobody really batted an eye to it. I wasn't a skirt person, but I liked to wear dresses once in a while. I grew up in Texas, so even in August and September, it's still significantly hotter than most places. One time while wearing a casual sundress in September, I was pulled out of class and reprimanded because the end of my dress was 4 inches above the knee, when the dress code said no shorter than 2. I pointed out the cheerleaders and dance teams' uniforms every Friday and how they reached mid-thigh at their longest, but was told it was okay because students can wear official school uniforms. I was let off with a warning and sent home to get changed. Clearly, someone had forgotten that I was on the golf team. My mind was immediately plotting for next Friday. The school had recently upgraded the golf team uniforms the previous year, and the girls' team uniforms consisted of a short-sleeve, collared polo shirt and a skirt. If you're not familiar with what a skirt is, it's essentially a combination of a skirt and shorts. It looks like a skirt, but it essentially functions like built-in bike shorts. These skirts were short, arguably shorter than the average cheerleader skirt. Fast forward to next Friday, just 3 days later. To my parents' surprise, I was ready to go that morning in my golf uniform, as opposed to packing it in a bag to change into after school. When asked, I said, "On Fridays, we can wear our uniforms to class." They accepted this without question and took me to school. By second period, I was sent to the office once again. The first thing the assistant principal asked me was why I would deliberately disobey her right after our last conversation, even after she had threatened in school suspension and lectured me about the importance of obedience. When I finally had a chance to speak, I said, "But this is my school golf uniform." I pointed to our school's logo that was sewn into my polo shirt, adding, "You said students can wear official school uniforms to class. Why are the cheerleader uniforms okay and mine isn't? This isn't even a skirt. It's a skirt. It has shorts." I still remember how infuriated she looked. After what seemed like an eternity, she told me to get out of her office and wait in the lobby, promising to call my parents about my blatant disrespect. As I waited, I played on my iPod and chatted with the secretary, trying to distract myself from the anxiety. About 20 minutes later, she told me, in a very monotone and defeated voice, that I could go back to class. She instructed me to inform my teachers that I had gotten permission from the front office to wear my uniform, then promptly returned to her office before I could respond. The rest of my day was spent dealing with teachers questioning my outfit and a couple double-checking with the front office about my claim. After school, I attended golf practice as usual before being carpooled back home. My dad greeted me at the front door with a small smirk. I asked him what had happened, knowing that he was the go-to contact for my school and she must have called him. He explained that the assistant principal had called and tried to get him to come to the school, threatening punishments for my insubordination. He had argued with her, raising his voice, questioning why I wasn't allowed to wear my sports uniform, which was a dress requirement for my golf practice, even mentioning taking this matter to the school board due to the evident favoritism. He asked me not to do that again, but also told me he was proud of me, reminding me that while I should never start a fight, I should always fight back when necessary.